Well, good morning. It is so great to have you with us, and we are so glad that we are gathered here. So the question that I want us to think about today, I will go ahead and have a seat here, is that I want us to think about that question. If you were going to pick somebody to go ahead and have a really big job of leading a nation, leading a country, and in the midst of that, what kind of person would you pick? Would you pick somebody wise and knowing? Would you pick somebody strong and powerful? Would you pick somebody who's experienced and somebody who's been around? Or would you go the way of the Bible and would you pick, I don't know, maybe like a 10 or 12-year-old child to go ahead and lead the nation? That sounds kind of strange, doesn't it? Would you have picked someone whose job experience basically encapsulated filling candles, trimming wicks, opening and closing the church at the beginning and end of the day, and cleaning up a bit? Would you choose such a young child like Samuel to go ahead and to lead a nation? See, that's where God works in unexpected ways that we can't even begin to imagine. Maybe some of you kids have ever heard that opportunity that when you want to do something and you're ready to go ahead and step out and do something new and somebody says to you, stop, you're not old enough, you can't do it. Now, sometimes that is true. There are some things that we have to wait till when we are older. But when we talk about joining and being a part of the mission of God, can we simply listen when people just tell us, stop, you can't go any further? See, sometimes God is calling and inviting us to be a part of that very work that He is doing, no matter what age, no matter what experience, no matter what our abilities. There's some things that we think are just impossible. But that's where I want to ask a question. Do you think that I could go through this piece of paper? Do you think that someone could literally walk through something like this? But see, that's what God tells us in 1 Samuel 3 today, that God does unexpected things in unexpected ways. See, I can, without breaking this paper, keeping it all in one whole, I can go ahead and with just a few short little things, I can help make that way through. See, let's go ahead and let's see here. If I go ahead and make a few short, quick little cuts here. Let me see. I've only practiced this out by myself in front of a crowd. It's a little different. I just hope that it's going to work. Let's see, with just a little short amount of time and a couple of snips of paper. Let's see here. All right. Let's see if we have accomplished the very feat. What once was that stop sign is now that very thing that is now wide open. What was something that would stop us that God is the one who now makes a way. What is it that we hear today in 1 Samuel? We hear that very call, that God calls people of all ages, of all stages, of all abilities, and He calls us to be a part of that mission. Each one is just as unique and just as unexpected as Samuel, but God is just as committed to using each of us. And so let's go ahead and celebrate that God thinks so much of us that He makes a way where we think that there is nothing but stop signs and things that would hold us back. And so let us go ahead and pray. Dear Jesus, we thank You so much that You think so much of us, that You have called us in all of our lives to serve You. Help us to step out in new and unexpected ways, to hear Your very calling and answer like Samuel. Speak, Lord, for your servant hears. All this we ask in your name. Amen.